Hi and welcome to this mk2 Jaguar modification 2+2 two-door coupe which I'm building. I just thought I'd do this little post for the back axle which I'm fitting in. As I've mentioned before, it's going to be a Jaguar IRS back axle. So I just do a little post just to show you how I went about truing it up to make sure that it wouldn't crab down the road and that it was sat central in the car. So what I've done first off is I've fitted the front subframe assembly to make sure that I find my true centre of the car, because obviously everything's measured from the subframes, axles, so forth, and so if I were to take any measurements from maybe the chassis rails or something like that and it was slightly out, then it could throw the back axle out. So I fitted the front subframe, which I've been working on. Let me just crawl under here, sorry for this. So you can see there I've mounted a little bracket. I measured from two fixed points, one at either side of the subframe, found my centre. You see the little CL line there, the little line. I've clamped the bracket on and I've clamped a tape measure to the bracket. Just bear with me a second. Right. What I did was I triangulated from that centre point to 2 points just to make sure it was correct on the back axle. Obviously you can see I've got the back axle all blocked up. I've levelled the car off, as you can see, and the back axle in two planes, just to make sure that the axle's in right. So I did that. Then, like I said, I put my tape on and I brought it across, and I took it to 2 points, like I said, just to make sure that the measurement was correct. One I did to the edge of the hub assembly, which is a fixed point, and the other one I did to the centre of the drive shaft, and basically that's how I did it. And I did exactly the same on the other side to centre it off. As you can see, I've levelled all the axle and everything out. On both sides I measured the centre of the wheel box, and I set one side to the centre of the wheel box. Then I measured from this drive flange face here to the inner wheel box, because those are knowns. I made this block of wood to make sure that when I started to move the axle, it didn't move this end that way or that way, depending on obviously which way I moved it. And then, like I say, I just centred it up, so I brought the tape measure from that side over to this side, and I measured the same. I measured it down to the pivot point on the hub assembly there, and also to the centre of the drive shaft, just to make sure that I wasn't losing a dimension somewhere. It's just a double check really for two different points. So that's the assembly in place. I'm now going to make some fixed brackets. They shan't be rubber mounted as they are on the XGSs and so forth. The black Mark II down there you can just see in the background. I did pretty much similar to what I'm going to do here. Although on that one I made some brackets and they came straight up, and I reinforced this area up here, which I'm going to do later on. I'm going to make some brackets to mount from this back end to make sure there's no movement, then I can do all the front and everything. And that should make that solid. Then I'll be making a small space frame construction to tie the bottom of the axle to stop it moving. Then I'll be doing some modification work to the bottom wishbones to strengthen those, because I'm doing away with the arm here, the anti-tramp rods, of which originally fastened to the floor on all the IRS back axles because they're all rubber mounted. But this is going to be solid, is this. I just thought also might as well show you. I don't know if you'll be able to see right well. No, you can't, it's absolutely pitch black in there. But where in that area there is the back axle, and we've got absolutely loads of space for making sure that the discs can keep cool. If it were to ever be pushed hard, I very much doubt it will, but like I say, it's all thoughts which have been made for maybe future builds I might do. But there you go. So my next post, and I'll be showing you the construction work I've done at the front to just box off, and then all the mounting points, so which I'll have done to mount that axle in, and then obviously I'll be checking it just to make sure as I go on that it stays true. So there you go. Enjoy.